Welcome back to my YouTube channel with me, your girl, Morgan Tracy J, coming today with another morning coffee video, guys. And today's video is actually all about how to boss up, boo, okay? So I hope you're ready and excited to get into this video. But before we do, make sure you follow me over on the gram. And also you check out my blog, hisdaughterscloset.com. All right, ladies, well, I hope you're as excited as I am for this video, because I want to tell you, if you're someone who's like, why do I need to boss up? What is bossing up? I want to tell you, it comes from scripture, okay? So if you look at the Proverbs 31 woman, guys, the Proverbs 31 woman was the plug, okay? If you go read Proverbs chapter 31, you see that this woman was moving, she was grooving, she was creating. She wasn't just sitting on her bottom like, oh, what's going to happen? I'm just this trophy wife. No, she was a woman. She was a boss. She was handling business. And so I want to help you guys today. Make sure that you're doing the same in your life, that you're not growing complacent with day-to-day life, because guess what? If you've got air in your lungs right now, boo, if your mind is still here, if your body is able to function, you are in the perfect position to go to the next level in God, to go to the next level in your life. But you have to boss up. That's the whole thing. This woman, the Proverbs 31 woman, she didn't just wait. She didn't just wait for someone to hand her something. She didn't just patiently get so sidetracked that she was just kind of roaming through life on autopilot. She wasn't laying in depression. She was getting up day after day, making sure that she was creating and moving on the earth as God has called her to do. So I want to empower you today that you will boss up also. So I'm going to be giving you 5 ways on how you can boss up right now in your life. The first thing is, boo, is actually 2 in 1. Start praying and start working. These go hand in hand because we know in the word it says faith without works is dead. But many times, including myself, I would sit down and pray for a need and then get up in that same fear and debilitated state. You see, when we decide to pray, what happens is we're supposed to come out better after our prayer. Even if we don't have the answer, we're still supposed to come out with more faith, right? The faith to get us to actually take action. So for example, if you sit down and pray to God about a need, and when you get up, you should step up with more faith, believing that need is met, but now you are going to go out and work and do what is necessary for you to make sure that that thing does come to pass, right? You're going to get yourself in alignment, correct? So I want you, tip number 1 is, boo, pray over your needs. Pray about what it is you want God to do. Pray about what it is you need God to move in your life, but then get up and take action. Start working. We see that the Proverbs 31 woman, she didn't wait. She didn't say, hey, the seasons are changing and I need to get some new clothes for my children. No. She didn't just pray and say, God, get the clothes, and then sit back and wait until God brought clothes out of heaven. No, what she did is she began to use gifts. She began to create it herself. And so if you say, God, I need you to show up financially, it might be time not only you pray, but you start taking action and finding gifts to make things move yourself and get in the alignment. So don't just pray. You got to put some action with that. So tip number 1 is start praying and start working, boo. Tip number 2, boo, is take responsibility for your life. This right here was a major impact that has happened to me personally, and I realized it years ago after a breakup. After a breakup, I was back at my parents' house. I was stuck. I was lost. I felt so confused with life, and something God said is life goes on and you will go on, and you take responsibility for where you see yourself next. This meant that God was continuously giving me ideas and visions of what I'm doing today, but I was so stuck in the past. I was so stuck in hurt, and I wasn't willing to take responsibility that, hey, I today can change where I'm actually headed. I can sit here in this same place of depression and emotionally eating and not knowing what's going on in my life, or I can decide to take responsibility. And you know what I did, boo? I took responsibility for my life. I realized no one was going to hand me my dreams. I realized that the thing I just got out of, which was a relationship, was actually a blessing, and that I can move forward in that blessing. I don't have to run back. I don't have to lay here and wallow. I don't have to sit here in pity. And I can take responsibility because nobody was going to hand this to me. God had given me breath in my lungs. He had given me the idea, but the rest was on me. So with that being said, the same way you take responsibility when it's spending your money or making decisions for something in your life, take that for your dreams too. Take that same responsibility in your dreams. So today, if you decide to not do anything towards your dream, take responsibility that I'm not working on my dream today. I'm not getting closer towards my dream. But if you do take responsibility and you do decide to work towards your dream, say, hey, today I am working towards my dream. Today I'm taking responsibility of my life and I am working towards that thing God has put in my heart. The next thing is, boo, is you gotta forge your own path. This right here was something that has transitioned me into everything I do today. Forging your own path isn't meaning you're going off and leaving God and you're running into something else. No, no, no. This means that the ideas that God keeps showing you, even if it doesn't align to other things or other people or other ideas or things you've seen out there, be willing to go on your own path. You see, years ago, I was in college and I was so lost in everything. And I realized I kept getting this idea of a ministry. But every time I looked at women online and I seen these ladies, they came from pastors and they had husbands and they had dads that was preachers and they had this great upbringing and they were just all in the church. And I didn't grow up like that. And I always felt like my path was ugly. I felt like, oh, I didn't wait till marriage to have sex. I didn't do things quite right. So what happened was I realized God didn't want me like them. He didn't want me dressing like them. He didn't want me acting and preaching and speaking like them because he was creating my own path. And I want you to be willing to go on your own path. I will say to this day, I'm so grateful I did the ministry. But in the beginning, I did not feel like it was ministry because it didn't look like everyone else's. Because I didn't look like them. I didn't dress like them. I didn't talk like them. I didn't come from their background. I didn't have the husband. I didn't have the preacher father. I didn't have what it looked like, right? But I will say that God forged my own path, but it was all through his prompting and just guiding me and me just trusting him and taking steps out on posting videos and showing up online, going to events and speaking. It was all based off of that prompting. And I want to encourage you, don't be afraid to forge your own path. Even if you see nobody else doing it the way God keeps showing you. Even if it sounds so odd and it has not been done just yet, don't be afraid to forge your own path. The next thing is, boo, you gotta focus on your needs. This right here is so massive because if you never focus on your personal needs, you will never fill yourself up. What I mean is you will be running on autopilot all the time and you will be wondering, why does life feel so depressing? Why does life feel stuck? Why am I not where I need to be? Because, boo, you're not focusing on yourself. I know this sounds difficult if you're a mother, if you're a busy working woman, a college student, but I want to tell you this has blessed me and I've been doing this for years and it started in college. Even with being a full-time college student, I was a biology major with a lot of classes and a lot of studying and labs and all that. I still made sure at least 1 hour a day I did something for me. This was to make sure I was filled up. So this right here would turn into worship, sometimes Bible study. Sometimes I would just be going through my closet, putting new outfits together. Other times I would be sitting down on my floor, prayer journaling. Another time I could be writing out blog ideas or YouTube ideas or ministry ideas I had. I would take 1 hour for myself every evening to just give it to myself, to fill me back up. And I want to encourage you to make sure you're doing that for yourself too. Focus on your needs, boo, because the more you begin to fill yourself up, the more your cup will overflow. And guess what? You'll be able to pour into other areas, including your dreams. Never, never, never put everybody else before your needs. All right. Make sure you take care of your needs and your dreams actually matter. Tip number 5, boo, is all about bossing up and believing bigger. Yes, I said it with a little attitude because that's how we have to do this. We have to boss up and believe bigger for ourselves. When I say this, it's all about the Proverbs 31 woman. It says that she did all of these things and her reward came to her because she was willing to put in the work and she was a good woman. Boo, just be a good woman and put in the work. We are not perfect. I know she fell short. I fall short on the daily. I ain't over here creating no clothes out of nothing, but I'm making something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that is what you have to do, is you've got to believe that even that little bit of faith or that little idea or that little bitty gift or that little bit of talent can turn into something. Boo, I'm just a woman that God has made something out of nothing, okay? He has given me video after video idea and it's turned into something. But in the beginning, boo, it was making something out of nothing. And I just kept believing and trusting him on the journey. And that is it, boo. You can boss up in your life right now by deciding to believe bigger. If you believe that God has given you this great idea to do something, believe that thing and see it through. 6 months, a year, 2 years. See that thing through. Don't give up on it. Don't throw in the towel when it gets hard, because I want to tell you that is how you boss up in your life. And guess what? I don't care what no one says. The Proverbs 31 woman was the plug, and we are the plug. With that being said, is we can go out, we can create, we can transform, and we can evolve into the women that God has called us to be. And so I hope you're inspired by this, and I hope you boss up in your life today. And I want you to comment down below your biggest takeaway, and also share this video with one of your girlfriends if it blessed you. So ladies, I will see you in my next video. Boss up, and I love ya. Bye.